Everybody's having a great day today. I hope you guys are excited for another great slate of NBA playoff basketballs. Yesterday, we saw the Milwaukee Bucks take the Miami Heat to Game 5. What a gutsy performance by Chris Middleton after Giannis gets hurt, leaves the game in the first half, and Middleton comes up big time, forcing the game to overtime and taking over and getting the victory. Now, don't know if that'll be enough to win the entire series for Milwaukee, but Middleton deserves the credit for what he did in the clutch. Night game was between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets, and that game got crazy as well. Lakers were up 20 plus in the first half, and then the Rockets came storming back. They don't care if those guys are taller than them. They are going to fight to the end. Ended up leading by 5 at one point, but ended up taking over in the fourth quarter to even up the series at 1 apiece. So it's been some great stuff to watch today. Got some other great games today as the Toronto Raptors and Boston Celtics. It's Game 5, but for the Celtics, this series is tied at 2 apiece. Who would have thought that they would be in this situation after going up by 2 points in Game 3 with half a second left? And then, of course, as we all know, OG with the OMG play. And he sunk the three-pointer to win the game. They win Game 4. This series is tied up 2 apiece. So it's really exciting stuff today. And then even we saw the Denver Nuggets respond in Game 2, laying it on the Los Angeles Clippers. Big time win. They won by 9 points. And that was a huge win they needed in that situation. Now that series is tied up 1 apiece. So, I love what's going on in the NBA playoffs right now. Excitement everywhere. We'll see how these teams respond today. The Celtics and Clippers need big answers Nuggets have done in these past few days. So, like I said, everybody, you're listening to Pick and Pop Player Props. I'm your host. Get a 20% off discount on BetQL.com. Use the promo code, and guess what? You'll be set for NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. And don't forget, NFL is just a few days away. Kickoff's Thursday night. Can't wait for that. So, guys, don't forget, sign up to BetQL. Use promo code Scalia, Scalia. You won't regret it. With that being said, guys, we're going to jump right into the show and go with why Marc Gasol over half a 3-point field goals. All this guy needs to do is hit 1 3-point field goal, but the only difficulty for Marc Gasol, this is pretty pointer against the Celtics in a Toronto Raptors uniform. Very struggled mightily with, you take a look at game 3 over 3 and game Oh, sorry, guys. Thought we had a little technical difficulty there, but that's fine. We'll just pick it up right where we were. Talking about Marc Gasol, only needs 1 3-point field goal, and like I said, they're leaving this guy alone to shoot. And like I said, obviously Marc Gasol, not an amazing 3-point shooter, but he's pretty respectable at it. He's done across his career, whether it be with the Raptors or the Memphis Grizzlies. So, for Marc Gasol, only needs to hit one of these in this game. Today could possibly be the day. It's a big Game 5. They need him to come out big time for this game, as he always gets to start over Serge Ibaka. So I like Marc Gasol to get this 3-point field goal. This is on DraftKings minus 182 odds, something that you guys definitely want to consider. I think today could be the day for Gasol, for the Raptors, to really take this series by maybe win 3 in a row today. They're going to need a big performance from him. So Marc Gasol over half, just needs 1 3-point field goal within this matchup against the Boston Celtics. With that being said, we're going to stay with the Raptors-Celtics series and move on to Marcus Smart. Nothing but the net, over 21.5 points, rebounds, the total Swiss Army knife of the Boston Celtics. He could do anything, any job you assign him with, he can take care of it, and he could do it well. And that's the thing with Smart. Doesn't have to go off for a crazy amount of points to end up getting, the line that he needs to hit in this situation. So that's why I like Marcus Smart in this situation. Taking a look at some of his stats against these series, within the series against the Toronto Raptors. Now, he only had 8 points last game, but he also followed up with 8 rebounds, assists. That is very valuable for Marcus. Gotta love what he's bringing to the table. Even by only scoring 8 points, he accomplished that feat. Within last game by only scoring 8 points. He had the rebounds, had the assists. So it only needs 22 points, rebounds, and assists. And think about it. Last game, he pretty much hit the line, and he was 2 for 1 of 6 from 3. So an assist, he could really come in clutch for you down the stretch. That's why I like Marcus. But the net over 21.5 points, rebounds, assists. Guys, this is on DraftKings minus 110 odds. Something you're definitely going to want to take advantage of moving forward. That being said, hey, guess what? We're staying in Boston because guess what? Jaylen Brown earned him a spot on the bounce players list today. And this is because he had a dreadful performance against the Toronto Raptors in Game 4. He started 0 for 9 from 3. Couldn't buy a bucket until hitting his last 2 shots. And that's a reason why he has earned himself on this list. Only needed 3 3-point field goals. And guess what? Against the Raptors, he was 0 for 9. And think about it, if you had the off, he almost still hit it because he hit 2 late 3-point field goals. So I think hitting those 3-point field goals late could help him carry over into Game 5 and make him shake off that rust that he needs to. That, I think, is a big thing for Jaylen Brown in this spot. Guys, this is on DraftKings minus 152 odds. So like I said, look, terrible last game, but you just got to get that off. This series is basically 0-0 right now, okay? You got to start from scratch again. And Brown, I feel like, is a guy over 2.5. Definitely consider him bouncing back in this performance against the Toronto Raptors. A lot of them were open looks too, so if he keeps getting those open looks, eventually he will start knocking them down. As we saw, even with the rough game he had in Game 4, still found a way to knock down 2 late in the game. So I like Marcus Smart and this Jaylen Brown in the situation. Only needs to hit 1 for the first half. That would be worst case scenario. He hits 1 for the first half and then 2 for the second half. So Brown definitely can find a way in that spot to bounce back and deliver some 3-point field goals. Guys, just a reminder, you're listening to Pick and Pop Players Props. I'm your host, Jimmy Scalia. Glad to be here. Really excited for today's action. Don't forget, guys, use promo code Scalia, Scalia, and get 20% off a BetQL account. Something you're definitely going to want to invest in moving forward. So, guys, don't forget, use the sign up to BetQL, sign up for your account, use the promo code Scalia, Scalia, and you'll get 20% off for the best sports betting data on the planet. So don't forget, guys, there's just so much action happening right now. NFL creeping right around. I really can't wait for that. I can't wait to see kickoff. I think the Browns could upset the Ravens potentially. I think the Giants could possibly win Monday night. I like a lot of those matchups moving forward for the NFL season as well. Didn't mean to dip too far away from the NBA, but got to give respect to football as it's coming back soon, and I'm sure everybody is excited about that. That moving forward, we're going to move on to feeling risky, and the man, the myth, the legend, Kawhi Leonard has earned himself a spot on this today. Now, Leonard obviously played very well in Game 1 against the Nuggets, but let's not forget a bit of a doozy as the Clippers pretty much outplayed the entire game. Leonard was 4 of 17, 3 from downtown, finished with 10 rebounds, 8 assists. So it's funny enough, he still almost had a triple-double. That big time in Game 3. We saw something similar between Dallas Mavericks as the Clippers took Game 1, Mavericks took Game 2, and then the Clippers bounced right back in Game 3. So I'm expecting to see something similar with this against the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, he's coming off a dreadful performance, 4 of 17 from the field, and he still was 2 assists away from finishing from a triple-double. So that's a great number to see because I think that's the thing that Kawhi needs for that triple-double. He just needs the assists to happen. Rebounds and points, that's something he's got on lock. He's going to get the so pretty much just the assists you have to focus on. I like Leonard in this spot. Obviously the best player on the court when these guys face off. So Kawhi Leonard plus 200, not bad odds to play with. I like Leonard. The spot coming off of 8 this game, maybe he'll be dishing out well. So I like that one. Moving on to keep an eye on Gary Harris, who's earned himself a spot in the starting. Funny, a Game 2 start, shaking off a defender and nailing a 3-point. Big fan of seeing on the court. Sorry, guys, another technical difficulty. Not sure what's going on there, but don't worry, we're almost at the end of the show, so we'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. So like I was saying, guys, Gary Harris, over 1.5 3-point field goals on DraftKings, plus 118 odds. Something to really consider after Gary Harris went 4 of 7 from downtown. All his points were scored from downtown. He had a great game shooting the ball. And in this game, only needs 2 3-point field goals. So there's a guy that's slowly getting his confidence in this series against the Los Angeles Clippers. Like him in this. Yeah, so pretty much besides 2 free throws, all of his shot. I mean, well, 1 free throw made. All his points came from downtown. Harris is a spot he's very comfortable in. 4 of 7, that's pretty good line for that situation. And he is definitely showing why he earns himself more minutes against the Los Angeles Clippers in this important series for the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, guys, Gary Harris, keep an eye on him. I like him to get over 1.5. If it's something you're not feeling, don't take. But if it's something you were thinking about, guess what? I think you should take that line. That being said, we'll move on to the last segment, and that's under the backboard. Sorry, Playoff P is found himself on this list again. Going to have to go under 34.5 points, rebounds, assists. That means that George will have to finish with at least 20 points in this game. So not sure. Think about it. I have Leonard for feeling risky, the triple-double. So think about how much more Leonard could be touching the ball in this spot. And think about a Game 3. The ball's going to be in Leonard's hands a lot of the game, especially down the stretch. So that's something that is pretty important for Kawhi Leonard in that spot. So that's why I have to take under on Paul George, rebounds, assists. He also doesn't get too many assists. His main focus right there is between the points and the rebounds for George, which obviously he can get. But in this spot, I feel like this is a Kawhi Leonard takeover game. Last game was a little more Paul George as Kawhi struggled shooting from the field. But this time, Paul George, I feel like, could end up taking the backseat to Kawhi Leonard. Under 34.5 points, rebounds, assists. Guys, this is on DraftKings, minus 117 odds. So don't forget, I think this is a big Kawhi Leonard game. That's why I'm taking Paul George for the under. And like I said, don't forget, feeling risky was Kawhi Leonard for the triple-double. That's why Paul George is going to be the under the backboard candidate for today. Guys, with that being said, that'll wrap up the show today. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody's excited for more NBA playoff action. I know I am. Cannot wait for that Raptors Celtics game. It is going to be one for the ages. Will the Celtics respond, or will the Raptors continue to steamroll them and earn their spot in the Eastern Conference Finals? Guys, it's been a great show. Take care, everybody. Good luck on your bets today, and have a